Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Greg Copeland, uh, managing partner of Reuben Allen, administrative partner of Marshall Graham, and just wanted to chat with you for a little bit today. I just wanted to talk about something that probably doesn't get discussed enough in the legal profession, but it's something that we like to address with a lot of our clients and the community, legal community at large, and it's burnout. And and what I mean by burnout, I just don't mean being tired after a long week or, you know, I'm sleepy. I stayed up late watching the game. I'm a little tired. I mean, it's the constant pressure that uh, the mental exhaustion. It's the feeling that no matter how much you do, it's never enough. And high pressure legal environments, unfortunately, in this business, almost always normalize burnout. But the truth is, it's not a badge of honor. It's not something to be proud of. What it actually is a warning sign. And burnout, it doesn't always show up as stress. So we're going to try to figure out, you have to figure out what it really looks like. Sometimes, burnout shows up as irritability with clients. You're losing patience with team members and staff, or you feel disconnected from work that you used to care deeply about, and it manifests itself in procrastination of decisions, decision fatigue, even avoiding like emails because everything you open up feels heavy, so you kind of want to avoid that. But I just want you to know burnout it's not a personal failure. It's usually a system failure that leads to burnout. Uh, and the reason why we as attorneys are especially vulnerable is that lawyers work in an environment where a lot of times, most times, where stakes are high. There's deadlines, and those deadlines are relentless, and perfection is expected not only from your peers, from your clients, and even from ourselves. We expect perfection, and we put that pressure on ourselves. And so, in this, you're managing lives, finances, families, trying to find yourself some freedom, and you're doing all this under the constant cloud of pressure. And and then when you add in like billing expectations, staffing challenges, uh, it seems like the pressure is always on you, and it's no surprise that the burnouts do become common. So the problem isn't that lawyers can't handle pressure; it's that pressure is often unmanaged or mismanaged. And so there are some practical ways to reduce this burnout. Um, there are things that you can actually do about it. And first, what you want to do is you want to create boundaries that protect your energy. They might mean limiting after hour emails, setting client communications expectations, or blocking time for deep work. This is something that we even do. We cut our Fridays just a little bit short on normal. I tend not to answer emails and unless it's really important, or phone calls unless it's really important, until Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. Then I may take a peek if someone's reaching out to me to see what they're reaching out to me about. Unless, of course, they text me it's an emergency, then I will take it. But find those boundaries, block off that time, and then what you also want to do is stop trying to do it all yourself. When you delegate work, that's not weakness; it's survival. And whether that work is admin work, it's intake, it's case prep, it's offloading tasks and creating yourself breathing room, all of that works to help alleviate the pressure and reduce the burnout for you. And then third, build, it's something I always say, it's a running theme in a lot of our conversations. Build systems, um, because burnout thrives in chaos. when you create clear workflows, clear calendars, um, clear priorities, all of that reduces that constant mental load. Uh, and so, you know, if you're a firm owner, firm leader, your burnout affects everyone. So your tone, your stress level, your reactivity, this all trickles down. And trying to lead through burnout, a successful firm through burnout, isn't sustainable. Um, you have to lead with self-awareness, and you have to recognize that, hey, maybe this is too much on me. Maybe I am hitting that point of burnout, of breakdown. And it's basically it's just recognizing when you've stretched yourself too thin, and you try to make the adjustments before the damage sets in. And it doesn't mean that you're weak. Doesn't mean that you chose the wrong profession. It means that you just need to change something. And whether it's your workload, your systems, expectations, add support, all of this, you can do meaningful legal work as an attorney without sacrificing your health or your identity in the process. Um, so those are words that we're trying to give to you all this week. If this resonates with you, take one small step this week. Um, Even just acknowledging the burnout is a step, because awareness is always the first step towards change. So just know you're not in this alone, and you don't have to power through it in silence. So hey, reach out to someone. We're here for you. Thank you.